Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph, this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. Today's episode, I'm going to try to solve two quests and hopefully find the third key as well. And then, in the next episode, we should be able to finally face off with Narissa. We'll see how that goes. But first, let's try and solve the mirror quest. And then there is a book puzzle, but I still need to find some of the books. So let's start looking for those. And we do that in the basement level. Let's take a look how we're supposed to get there. Yep. Alright. I'm not quite sure why only a part of the party is selected there, but let's head over here to the right.
All according to plan.
We should normally, but I can't say that for certain, but we should normally not face any opposition anymore. Although I'm not 100% convinced of my own sentence there. But in the previous episodes, I think we've explored pretty much all the regions. So what we are looking for is in this area where the first world is creeping through, there is supposed to be a chest hidden somewhere in this foliage, so to speak. Question is, are we gonna find it?
Follow my lead.
And I think a second question would be, are we in the correct iteration of the world? I was gonna say, I'm hoping it's not based on a perception check, but that could very well be the case. Another thing that could be the case is that we are simply in the incorrect world state. So let me take the lantern off. We're switching world states when we go through the fog. I just don't know where we're going to be teleported. Hopefully not in the middle of a bunch of enemies. Okay, this is not in the middle of a bunch of enemies, and it looks like there are chests, which...
Done and done.
Which we haven't taken yet, so that is positive at least. Let's get the whole group over here. So here we will need to equip the lantern again to be able to walk through this fog. Here is another one. That is also not a book.
As it should be.
There is another chest over here. Ooh, this one does have a book. Yes, this is one of the books that I need. Good. That is positive. Now I still need, I think it's called the Book of Shackles. And I think it should be in the library area.
To victory!
Whoa. Okay, so we haven't been... we clearly haven't been in here yet. This is... a whole bunch again.
Never had a chance.
How are we doing so far? How about Octavia? It's always fireball time, Octavia. There we go. Try and
Consider me provoked.
shoot that mage if you can. And Harem, I would appreciate... Ooh, we have a destructive aura. All attacks made against targets in this area, including you, gain a morale bonus on damage. Is that all attacks? Or all attacks made by allies? Not 100% sure of that one. Do some cure serious wounds on Gren here, because our king loves to be on the front line, and it looks like he is unable to get out of there for some reason. Okay, so we're gonna need to heal him. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of a spell, but you know.
Calm down. Not dead yet. Yourself open.
Alright, so that was more difficult than it should have been.
Patience.
Oh, Harem is paralyzed. Great. Can you cast when you're paralyzed, Harem? That would be amazing. Do you have the regular version of heal? Yes, you do. There we go. Alright, so we've got that taken care of. There might be some more enemies, apparently. Oh, is this what I need? Haha, yes it is. Alright, so I have all the books I need now. What we have to do now is look for a certain... oh, an ancient water elemental. Okay.
Stand against me.
Oh boy. Octavia, water elementals, fireballs, you get the idea. There we go. Let's do that again over here. Let's throw another one. Kinda like fireballs. What's not to like about fireballs, right? There we go. Let's see, Octavia, what else do you have that does a lot of damage? Burning Arc, does that do damage to a golem? Might not be the case. Let's see. Let's try the Hellfire Ray over here. That did some damage. There we go. Didn't take too much damage. And we have what we need. So, maybe it's wise. Let's see where we are. Yeah, maybe it's wise to just run into this this other room over here and see if there is some more enemies, which I assume there will be. Clearly we haven't been in here. Wild Hunt Scout, yep.
Who will prevail? Doesn't matter.
Okay, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Although, of course, we have a Dwemer cat attacking Octavia. That's never a good thing.
Never had a chance.
There we go. Damn it. Now we have the other one attacking Octavia. Right. Let's do some cure spells on Octavia.
Hey, can someone help me?
We're on our way.
I'll die.
Even break a
Okay, let's destroy it. There we go. There is a dead Smilodon on the floor, apparently. What else do we have in here? Do we have more books? That's a regular one. Okay. Dwemer cat hide. Yes, please. Oh, there's another one. Smilodon will skin that one. Alright. Let's quickly heal everyone. That was the wrong button. Critical wounds. I need smaller spells probably. So, let's see. Is this the place where we need to be? No. We need to be in the next room over. And I'm assuming we're gonna face some more enemies here. But this is where we should be able to solve this puzzle.
in due time.
I hope. was a chest here.
I did as you asked.
Great. What is that? Remove paralysis. Alright. Paralysis, Ralph. Paralysis. If you wanted to play through in perfect English, I guess you would have stopped watching in one of the first 2 episodes. Okay, so this is the door that we want to open. In order to open this door, we need to place 6 books into these shelves. So we have Rot, we have Sorrow, and we have Fear. Fear. Okay, so you have a top and a bottom part. The top part for Fear is the book. Oh, where are they? Descending order. Let's see. The Journey is the one we need to place here. The Book of the Journey. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it, you see a road. Somewhere far behind is Restov, where you accepted your mission. The stolen lands spread open before you. Hills and swamps, ravines and rivers, along with hundreds of cruel cutthroats and thousands of monsters. Will you be able to conquer this land? Well, I surely did. The uncertainty is humbling, but the fear gives you strength and readies your blood. That is 1. In the bottom one, we need to place one of the books that we just found, the Book of Shackles. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it, you see candle lights reflecting on sharpened surgical tools. You hear the moans of Madla Stasek, a peasant who volunteered to go under the knife. The dull voice of Jod grasping the scalpel, Tristian praying. You unmistakably feel terror filling the room. Madla's fear, she doesn't know if she's going to die from the knives or the disease later. Jod's fear, what if he lets down his god and his people again? Tristian's fear, he risks incurring Narissa's wrath and never returning to the glowing kingdom of Sarenrae. Ray. But he so badly wishes to scream out, don't torture this woman, I'm guilty, I will tell you all about the seeds. You feel the echo of all these fears, and you see that the barony is tormented by an unknown affliction that pierces your heart. Alright. Then, this is Rot. On the top of Rot, there is a book. Let's see, this one. The Book of Nourishing Rage. Book's pages are empty once again, but upon opening you see King Aravetti. You look at each other through the crimson reflections in a cup of wine. It's the moment before the final battle. Openly or quietly, you fought for the stolen lands from the very beginning. Aravetti tried to take your crown using Tartuccio and dozens of other agents, and he lost time after time. The king, losing to some upstart. He may not show it, but rage boils in him. A fierce rage that will never let him give up. Is it the same feeling that has led you to victory for so long? I'm not quite sure if it was rage, but it is possible. The bottom part of Rot is the Book of Blind Revenge. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it, you see the ever-blooming flower in front of you. The embodiment of Narissa's blazing wrath, her insane desire to exact revenge upon the whole world, intoxicates your heart with the same madness. Thousands of years of despair, thousands of years of a mangled soul, thousands of years of searching for what was stolen away, lost. The blinding rage is so strong that it feels as though it's your own. There we go. And then the last closet, which is sorrow. At the top of sorrow, we are gonna put a book that we just found. The book of Never Saying Goodbye. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening you see Lindsay. The daring bard is lying on the cold floor in the house at the edge of time, marking the last moments of her life. There's a flash of darkness and then strange feelings fill your soul. The cover grows heavy, the pages rustle. My voice and the words are now me, and I am the words. What is happening to me? Who am I? You feel Lindsay's astonishment, then understanding, and then sorrow, sweet sorrow. The life I know is past, gone with all its plans and hopes, but this is a new life. The adventure will not end, the story does not end, and what I have not lost in vain. There we go. And then the bottom part is the Book of Bitterness. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it you see an exhausted and mangled nymph, barely recognizable as Narissa. She sits on a familiar pedestal, the one you saw during your travels to the First World, holding her knees with one arm and staring into a distance. Dim shadows hover around, the formidable silhouette of a Jabberwock screams of her sister nymph, falling under the monster's blows. The bitterness of defeat, the burden of grief and sorrow weigh down on your shoulders with endless despair and pin you to the ground. There's 2 more books which you can collect. You can recognize these books by the price, by the way. All of them are 500 gold pieces, so that's how you recognize them from other books. There's 2 more books which you don't need for this puzzle, but let's take a look at them anyway. The Book of the New Beginning. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it you see that clear sunny day. When you walk the pavements of your capital for the first time, you hear Keston showing the way, citizens greeting you politely. The air is filled with expectation and hope. Hundreds of people have come in search of a new home, a new fate, a future. And however vague and uncertain that future might be, at this moment their hearts are filled with joy. Clear sunny day. That makes me think about this really old punk rock song by a band called Satanic Surfers, and they had on one of their first albums they had a song called Sunshiny Day, which I played a lot back in the day. And then we have the Book of Joyless Triumph. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it you see yourself. You stand over the body of the Stag Lord on that distant day when the fate of the stolen lands and yours was decided. She whom you share your sight with is laughing wickedly in triumph. You feel her vicious joy, hear her thoughts. The hound I let slip has taken the stag. Oh, how proud this new hero must be. How little you know, hound, that your life and your death shall serve the mistress's plans. I need only wait a little while, allow you your toy crown, and then steer you to your death as I have steered the stag. Yet another grain will fall into the cup. Dust, dust, that is what you are. Alright, but we're gonna place the Book of Bitterness in here. And there we go. We have solved the puzzle. Don't know if there's gonna be enemies in this room. I hope not. There is a chest. Oh, a chest with a bunch of gold coins. Alright. Is that all that we are locating in here? It looks like it. Okay, now actually since there is a chest here, I can also return through the mist into the other world state and then try and open that. However, what I want to do first is move all the way to over here, because there is some more loot, maybe a chest that I couldn't open in the past, but I leveled up the characters in between episodes, so let's quickly take a look at that area.
Done and done.
There we go. Not that, you know, this is much use actually, since I'm guessing we're like 2 major confrontations away from finishing the game, but you know. There is a cloud here. Is there more clouds nearby? Let's see. So let's try and get through this cloud. See where we are being teleported. Okay. The question is,
That is not far.
are we able to get... Oh yeah, actually we... yes, we are of course able to get to that other room, because we can just equip the lantern again now. It was the transportation that made us switch world states.
How curious.
Ooh, we keep finding stuff. Alright. I'm really wondering if I did indeed kill all the monsters. I'm starting to doubt that more and more, actually. We'll find out if we get attacked on the way here. Alright, so normally we should have a different chest now. Yes, we do. And we find a composite longbow. The gamekeeper of the first world. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone that is proficient with a longbow. Octavia's using a composite shortbow. Right. That was part 1 of the episode where I opened or solved that book puzzle. Now we should actually head to, let's see, do we have to go to the 2nd floor for this? Or no, to the 1st floor. Yeah, to the 1st floor. Let's see, where are we? Alright, so this looks to be the correct world state, because we have the mirror here. And we need... I think we actually already started this quest. So I'm assuming this part is not needed anymore. But basically you would start the quest here by speaking to the wizard. Now it says, the wizard in the mirror keeps clinging to the glass and whispering softly, not noticing you. let me quickly check the journal where that quest is located. This one, yes. Find 3 mirrors. To find out what happened to the wizard, we must find 3 mirrors and activate them in the right order. These mirrors might be anywhere in the house, but the first has to be near the main entrance. It's important to touch them in the same order they reflected the wizard and not touch any other regular mirrors. Otherwise, we'll have to start over. Right, so the first mirror that we need to touch is the one that we just saw. That is this one. The mirror comes alive under your touch. Its dark surface is lit by flashes of a battle that happened in this very room an unknown age ago. A group of warriors in dark clothes are fighting a flock of gargoyles. There are clouds of sorcerous mist in the hallway behind their backs. Suddenly it's pierced by a ray of light, and a familiar wizard appears on the battlefield, holding a magic lantern in his hand. He is swaying from pain, but looks angry and resolute. "We'll all die here. Run!" one of the soldiers screams. Without hesitation, the wizard pushes him right into the gargoyle's claws. Oh, that's not very nice. As soon as the monsters are distracted with their victim, the wizard envelops the entire group in a spell and kills them on the spot. "Get to the stairs, to the second floor." He lights the lantern and the warriors swiftly retreat into the mist. The vision fades, but then another room and another wizard reflection appears on the other side of the glass, the one you first spoke to. It nods to you and says quietly, "I remember this fight. You're on the right path." Okay, so that is step 1. Now it told us to get to the second floor. Head to the stairs to the second floor, so that is right over here. Alright, now we've seen this mirror in, I think it was in the episode where I fought with the wriggling man. So that's 2 episodes ago. And it's in this room right here. If you are in the correct world state, which I'm clearly not, so we have to switch world states here. Can we do that somewhere where we don't teleport? I don't know where. Not quite sure where this will teleport us, but we're going into this room. And then we'll figure it out from there. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's equip the lantern again, because we want to be able to run through the fog this time. And ooh, there is, oh yeah, I left some bows behind apparently. Ooh, and a new chest. There we go, good. Now let's run down this hallway. Oh, here is the mirror.
Time for fun.
Oh, yikes. Okay, yeah. So clearly this This is a lot easier when you fought all the monsters prior to trying to solve this quest. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Your life, please.
So the nymph, it looks like, is not dying. Let's... no, not a fireball. Let's throw some fire at her. For some reason, she's regenerating.
You never had a chance.
And we... Oh, there is another mirror. I think it's the one in the banquet hall, actually, and not this... Not the one we just saw. Right. Harem. How about... Do you have this death clutch thing? Can we do this? Alright. Yes, we can. Let's tackle this golem at the same time now. Ooh, oh. This is a problem.
Repent.
We need to take down that monarch first. This is the reason why that first battle, or the battle in the, I think in the previous episode, went so badly, is because I didn't tackle that monarch first. And then the fight gets really tough. Harem. I need everyone to fight that guy.
Onward.
Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
Okay. Is he paralyzed again? Sure. So the reason why you want to kill the monarch first is because as long as he's alive, you cannot kill the other creatures. And as you can tell, when the monarch died, they also went down. That doesn't... that's not for the... oh, it's still here, damn it. So the problem is that it can summon creatures as well. There we go.
I'm wounded.
Octavia, where are you? Let's run you over there.
Free.
Yeah, nope. No, we're not.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Right. That should do it. Who else is left? Oh, we're gonna run after the scout. Great. Okay, so just remember to take down this that one creature first. That's if you want some some strategic advice from someone who clearly does not use any strategies or spellcasting for that matter. Okay, do we have, let's see, where is he, the monarch? Because he should have loot. A glaive, okay. So, we actually saw 2 mirrors, and I think and hope this is the correct one. I'm not 100% sure though. The mirror reacts to your touch and shows an image from the past. Sounds of battle fade in the distance. The last surviving soldier slumps into the hole and falls, smearing blood from his many wounds upon the floor. The wizard coldly steps over his comrade's body. His ardent gaze is fixed upon one spot. Narissa, sitting on the edge of a bench at the back of the room, carelessly dangling her feet. "You fooled us, Fey Queen," says the wizard angrily. "You promised us immortality and power, but poured death into our veins and called it elixir. My country is devoured by riots. Wizards die unable to defend themselves. But I shall not leave it like this. I've found the road to the first world. I've come a long way. I've convinced the Lantern King to help me, and I will demand an answer from you." Narissa laughs. "My wild cat. So angry, so hungry for knowledge. I've never thought you'd give up so easily. But you are too late. Terribly, terribly late. The roads of the First World played a trick on you. You spent almost 200 years on the road to my door. Your country is in ruins. Your entire order is dead. Even if I release you from the poison in your veins, you'll only return to rule over rock and bone. Look into my mirror and see for yourself." "You're lying, as you always have," says the wizard, but his voice shows doubt. He turns to the mirror for a long moment. You seem to meet his stare, and then a huge shadow falls upon his face. The creature who caused it is somewhere beyond the mirror. You cannot see it, but you feel the blow of an evil power striking the wizard down. He doesn't scream or even moan, just drops dead on the floor. Narissa gets up from her place and approaches slowly. She gently tucks a strand of the dead wizard's hair behind his ear, then picks up the magic lantern. "The Lantern King hasn't forgotten about me. He sends me new amusements." Narissa looks at the dead wizard and nods to the shadow standing on his side. "You may take the body. Hide the remains in your storage in the dungeon. I don't want to stumble over them somewhere in the house." The vision fades. A moment later, there is the original reflection of the wizard. Dead. I am dead. Why won't the house let go of me? As if the story isn't over yet. Find the final mirror, I beg you. Okay. Now that shadow is a reference to the Gnurly Witch. And since the Gnurly Witch was asked to put the body in storage, we have to return to the basement floor where there is the pantry. And in that pantry, we will find the last mirror. So let's head down there. So where is the pantry? The pantry is over here, if I'm not mistaken. And apparently we haven't been in here in this state of the world. Shouldn't be the biggest issue, I think.
never had a chance.
Do you have a fireball left, Octavia? No, you don't. Okay. That's a pity. You do have something else.
Your life. This is for you.
Yeah. Try and stop those spells, Octavia, with your bow. That would be nice. There we go. Let's try and move out of this poison cloud here. Ooh, what's this? A great sword. Alright, nice. Remnant. This is the pantry. However, I don't see a mirror, which might mean that I'm either in the wrong room or in the wrong world state. I'm guessing it is the second. So let us locate some fog there. And then head into the fog without the lantern. See where we end up. That happens to be very close. So let's see, let's head back now to the pantry and see if the mirror has suddenly appeared. Quite sure I saw one. Yes, there it is. So this should be the final one. The mirror reacts to your touch and shows you the same pantry. The door opens and the gnarly witch appears in the doorway. She holds the wizard's gnawed body effortlessly like a child or a bundle of cloth. Shuffling forward, she hurls him onto one of the shelves between the potions and the artifacts. What a nice trophy I have today. Pleased with herself, the witch leaves. The mistress seems to have forgotten about her pantry for a long time. The light remains out, but in the darkness there is the flickering of some artifacts. You see the wizard's body overtaken by a strange swarming. Something is moving and wriggling there. Oh, and moaning softly. A long time seems to pass behind the glass before the lights are on again and the witch appears in the doorway with Nerissa. Ah, I bungled it. The great hag shakes her head regretfully. Nerissa stares at the moving pile of worms, taking the shape of a human body. Clinging to life so stubbornly, desire of revenge, or a new chance, to be willing to return to life, even as an ugly monster. Oh, I know this feeling. She looks at the witch, find a way to erase his memory without destroying his knowledge of magic. He could be very, very useful to me. He'll serve the one who destroyed him without even knowing what he's doing. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, so the wizard in the mirror became the wriggling man. Oh, I wish I'd known that prior to killing him. But yeah, too bad. The final moments of the vision show the wriggling man trying to make a first step in his horrid new form, and the gnarly witch bustling around him, discontented. Then everything vanishes. Another moment and the wizard appears in the place of the horrid creature, the way he looked when he was alive. The reflection stares into the distance and remains silent for a long time. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Do you remember everything now? Many things, says the reflection softly. My name was... though it doesn't matter. I was a member of a wizard order who found their estate in the stolen lands long time ago. We subdued this savage land with the power of magic and began to build a new order. One we deemed right. With the country, the order had absolute power. Many thought it tyrannical, but so what? Then Narissa came. She charmed us with sweet words, promised to share with us the secrets of the first world. What wizard would refuse new power and knowledge? We listened to her and paid for it dearly. With one hand she fed us new knowledge, which turned deadly, and with the other hand she nurtured troublemakers from the common people. Riots flared up around the country, were cruelly subdued, flared again, and then our best wizards started dying one by one. I was the heir of the Order's chief, one of the strongest wizards of my generation. I was also foolish enough to be the first to take a magic elixir, whose secrets Narissa had shared with us. It enhanced the wizard's power for a short time, and also killed him. Slowly, but inevitably. When the truth was revealed, it became clear to me that the whole country, the Order, didn't have long to live. I gathered everyone I could for a desperate crusade into the first world. You've seen how it ended. If you're free now, have to go. I am free, the same as my real soul. You killed him, didn't you? May oblivion take both of us. This life wasn't worth remembering. Yikes. Yeah, I did kill your, your soul. Whoops. Sorry about that. That took me a little bit longer than I was expecting, so I'm gonna head back outside and end the episode right here, take a rest, make sure that we have all our spells back, and then I will try and locate the third key. I need a whole bunch of transportations through mist to find that key, apparently. So we'll see if I can manage, and then it's time for the final confrontation. If you've enjoyed this content, by all means hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss the final confrontation with Narissa. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.